The thing you're avoiding is the thing you gotta do the most. I'm Dom Jackson, Cultivating Media, and this is 7 Day Scoop Show, my weekly show where I document my career decisions that I'm making. Yeah, adventures trying to pursue, so I use my stories and my ventures to motivate and teach you. Now, I've been on the process of getting my van with car keys. It's been a journey. This has been week 2 of taking on a new store with Marcos, my mentor in a sense, from St. Louis. Now taking on a store in Houston. This week we didn't hit the goal, but we did better in the sense of how we worked it. We figured out some more things. Just give you some more ideas of where we're at. Like, you know, it's like with this new store that you're working at, even if it's a store that had us there before, each store has its own different like code, you know, and your job is to figure out how to make your sounds of what you're doing sound like music instead of just noise, so you stand out and get the job done. And we're not doing that currently. We also are in a new team process, so we're recruiting. You know, we're the 2 staple leads, but new people are coming in that are brand new in the business, so it's like they're week 1 with us, and it's our job to, one, you know, incentivize them to want to stay by making sure they have quality understanding of what to do, get trained on what to do, and make enough money or have enough of a great time on that first time to want to stay going forward. And B, you know, still perform at the level we need to perform to get the job done. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal. It's better that at least there's 2 of us there, because that alone, like, you're not fucked, but like you're definitely like in a position where you're like, yo, I need some help. And it's good to be in this side of the coin, because if you or me, when I open up and I have a team, but then like I don't have a team that sticks and something happens, then like you're just kind of alone in a van trying to figure everything out by yourself, which is good. It's like part of the game. Is what I signed up for. This is like the reason that I don't want to quit more and more, even it's taking me this time period, is just because everything compounds and like you get to get more in situations and understand how to do everything better. So by not quitting, even when you suck, even though I don't like suck, but I'm not like performing at the level that I need to be performing all the time where I am, is that you're always going to have to readjust and grow to get to that next phase. Like no matter what, everything you pursue is going to have that lid level where you're like, oh, I'm at my capacity, and you're going to have to either grow or go. If people even start, they might do it. They might start, but then they start and they hit to the point where it's like grow or go, and usually go, and they go start something else, and then they go and they start, and it's like boom, boom, boom. That is exactly what the fuck I was before. So like, look at all my content, everything I've done, podcasts, you know, fitness still fits into that. You know, Cultivating Media original version, just making content. The direct marketing company I worked for before I worked for this one, it was grow or go, and I chose go. So that's why I'm like, grow is the way I'm choosing here. With that, it just like the issue is now, I mean, we weren't tracking enough stuff in the beginning, so like now, this past week, we're spending a lot more time. I say this past week, but really it was the last like 2 or 3 days, we really were spending time like tracking how many people we're talking to, how many people we talk to, how many people we present to, how many people we close, and how many sales we get. We really track sales, but like the steps leading up to that, we really had to take care of. And with that, I'm recording a lot more of my pitches. So the issue is that, one, where we're at, there's like 2 different spots. We have people inside the store and people outside the store. Where the van is located outside the store, there is not enough traffic over there. I guess back on the farther side of the store. So if you're working outside, for instance, like I was on Saturday this week, I barely talked to anybody. I got really sold 1 key that day, and I had to talk to like, within an 8-hour shift, talk to like 7 people because no one was in that area. And then it's like, you got to make it happen somewhere else, which I learned to do. So, and I set up the signs outside in front of the store where people were. I learned how to work that area and learning how to work that area more. Now, the next thing is that even the 2 of us like are still working in our sections, with a new person, you have to like adjust. You still got to teach, so you can't just only focus on like what you want to do as well. But then you still kind of got to do it in the way that you have to lead the way to like, so they can see a good example. But also you need to have enough of like an interaction with them that you feel a connection, because they can just leave the next week. We're in a high volume, high turn business, so like you can go 1 week and leave the next week, no problem. Like if you don't want to stay, you don't got to stay. And our goals, our job, part of our job is to make the experience so great that you want to continue staying with us, because like, I'm learning this, I'm doing this, I'm having a good time, I'm making money, I have a skill set, you know what I mean? That's like what the part of the process is. You're not just selling people, you're selling the opportunity, you're selling yourself, you're selling the training. You're always in like selling something to somebody at all times. Shit, I'm even selling me on like getting better, you know what I'm saying? So, which is really good, because like when you have the foundation, like I'm not gonna quit, it just makes you like, okay, like, how do I figure this out? Grow or go, grow or go, grow or go. And the entire time, I mean, I've said this over and over and over again, the big issues that I'm having is that I'm just not selling enough people and I'm doing other things. So like when things get challenging, numbers fall down, that's their biggest metric of what your success is gonna be. So, you know, before it was not servicing, then it was training. Now it's just like, I can do those better now and still sell. But if the store is in a situation where I'm not like at the level where like I need to be to work that store, I'm not fast enough at adjusting with it, even if I have good support. And it's okay. Well, it's not okay, but it's like, it's part of the process, grow or go. So with that, I've actually began making the changes, but now like I'm in like the next stage of making the changes. And what I mean by that is, if you find yourself being very, so one video that I got sent this week that really like, I've been listening to it for the past couple days. In the video, he talks about this.
The difficulty is the only reason you stand a chance to get the treasure. If there was no difficulty, you stand zero chance of ever seeing this treasure and getting your hands on it, because someone else would have already done it. Easy things are already gone. Everything you want lies behind difficulty. So it is extremely ungrateful for you to dislike difficult things and dislike difficulty when difficulty is the only thing that has protected the thing you want from everything else. Difficulty safeguarded the thing you want from all the other people who were trying to take it from you. Difficulty was a night watchman that did you a favor and stopped others from getting hold of all the things of value.
Wow, like difficulty really is like the barrier between what you want and like others getting it. So framing it as like, oh, this sucks, this is difficult, but this is like what you have to do to get across the barrier to the other side. Like, yeah, it's not fun, or you're not making that much money right now, but the mentality of getting over that hurdle is what prevents other people from getting what's on the other side anyway. So it's like making sure you keep that frame like, good, this is difficult, this is what the process is, this is what it's about, this is why other people don't have things that other people have. You want to be in the have side, you got to do what the haves got to do. So that's been my frame throughout this entire time. It was good to reframe that. And with that, going into it, the real reason I'm not doing it good as well sales-wise is because I just haven't put enough effort into sales when I'm not working. Like, I go to work, do my sales for the day, but as far as like time when I'm off, like I'll be calling my family, I call my friends, you know, might hit up a shorty or two, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing other stuff. Like, but as far as like specifically spending time figuring out what I need to work on the sales aspect, because there's things I can do. Like, obviously we talked about last week talking to more people, but there's times you're in situations where you don't have enough people to talk to, and talking to people is always going to be the answer. At the same time, knowing where you are in like your metrics of like, you know, how far people go down the funnel is also going to be the next spot to find that bottleneck. And I just wasn't giving enough attention. For instance, on yesterday, I talked to 26 people and I got 6 keys. But from that, I have like 14 different audios of the day between people that like I actually sold, people I didn't sold. And now what I'm doing is listening to that audio playback to see what things I can improve. But before I can go to that, this is actually very important. If you are one of those people that find that you are never sticking to things, you are never consistent, you always start, you always quit, this is actually my like little cheat code between reading Atomic Habits and like just life as a whole that really is like the foundation for how I think and how I end up changing things. And I think this helps a lot of people that like really need to change your life. So I'm big on small, consistent actions over a long period of time to win. So with that being said, in end of September, officially in October, I started a challenge for myself to do 100 push-ups a day for 100 days. And I did that every single day in October. I've done every single day since I said I was going to do it. Now, the reason I did that challenge was because, one, I just like doing push-ups. Like, it's fun for me. 100 push-ups a day for 100 days is like, it's not even like a thought. I really should make it 500, and I probably will at some point. But like right now, it doesn't matter. The basis of it is that I needed, when I want to make a change for something that like I'm struggling with, I usually use a gateway thing or something that I like doing that's like kind of hard, and try to win on that consistency so that the compounding of it I can put in something else. So with that, 100 push-ups a day for 100 days, all of October, done all of October. In November, the next thing I was adding on to that everyday compounding effect was to spend 10 minutes just studying something new on my industry. So watching videos on keys, just stuff like that. Lots of videos, a lot of stuff that like, we have a lot of resources available that like I was watching but not doing enough on a daily basis, hence why like my results are not where they need to be. If I understood things better, what I'm doing, I'll sell with more conviction, and I'll be able to service stuff better so I can sell faster. So everything compounds in the right direction. But I also know that like sometimes I'll do it, won't 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 do it. But I knew if I had something I already was doing consistently, I didn't want to mess up a new chain because like they were together now. And it's like, no, fuck that. I already did a month consistency of this thing. So I'm gonna do a month consistency of something else I already started. Now today is the 17th recording this, I believe. And last week, just like doing everything for 10 minutes every day, I would end up doing it for like 30 minutes or like, and I write down what I remember from it as well. So like at first it's just like getting the habit set up, like, all right, 10 minutes, timer on, off, cool. Like very low entry, no commitment, but then like still committed at the same time because I do it every day. But then it like started spilling over because I'm like, oh, well, like I'm already here this long, let's keep doing it. So first step is, pick one thing you already like doing and then just make that a consistent goal for whatever time period you want to keep it in. The second thing is, pick a second thing that is actually towards what you actually want to work on, and then make a small version of it. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you want to do. Whatever the hell floats your boat. Just make a small version of it that you have to do. I like every day because like, well, every day is my fucking shit. So like every day is a small amount. And after doing that every day for a small amount, today is the 17th, like I was saying. And like sometime last week, I just spent an hour just doing it because I was like, yeah, bro, like I'm already here. Let me just actually learn some more time instead of doing this 10-minute bullshit. Because like this is where I wanted to be. But it wasn't like a struggle for me to be like, oh, I have to do this right now. There was no friction. It was like, bro, you're already doing this. Like, let's do it better. So that took me just about 2 weeks to go from like doing it for 10 minutes, like I'm doing it for an hour, and now I do it for an hour every day. And like I've already adjusted to it. And with that, it's like I'm just compounding on it more, and like I have to last for the 100 days on just the push-ups alone, and now shit keeps getting added on to it because I'm just gonna add more things to it that I want to get done and make sure I keep getting it done. But I always start with something small so that I can still have the win for it, and then eventually it just kind of spills over. And like other things I wasn't doing before, I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore because I need to focus on this. So with all that being said, the real next thing that I'm working on now in the sales aspect is that I'm spending an hour on paper, so at least I have it like a timer set up, like as far as like you're focusing for an hour, so you cannot leave within this hour. But really, like time is going to be the time figuring out what I need to do. And then I go through all my audio every day. I listen to, I see that I'm doing this right now, but I listen to the audio I've recorded. I listen to it 5 times. First time, just like the general. 2, like what the customer's thinking. 3, what did I sound like and what did I like say. 4, what was the actual structure of how things went, like a little more in depth. And then 5, what would I improve on it next time. And I'm doing that for every single pitch every day, like all week. My theory is that if I hear enough times of what the things sound like wrong or what things sound right, I know what to practice the next day. So like I'm also practicing in the morning as well, but like I know what things to practice in the field because I have more data of what things I'm struggling with, what things to improve. And that's like theory number 1, because I realized like I was trying to figure out what to do with it, improve. Talking to more people is definitely one of the biggest things, but I can't always make more people come. But what I can do is make sure I understand everything on the metrics as far as what I can control at the highest level. So if I understand that this type of situation, or someone needs a key, or the key's not here and the car's not here, but they can bring it in later, and it's their sister's car, if I know how to articulate that in the right way to get a key, I understand that's a possible situation that I can win in more often. So that's what the audio is right now. That's what the philosophy is right now. According to ChatGPT, my 100 days ends on January 8th. So like, we got updates coming up. As far as like average wise, like my 3-week average currently, after checking my numbers, I'm at like a 290, and like my goal during the summertime was to get to like a 500 average. And then my goal now, like winning this, be like an 800 average. So you see where the fuck I am. I have like a damn near 500 average deficit to close out. But I am now decided to try to solve more of my problems with my own ideas, just so I can have like hey, I invested this and I tried this and it didn't work. I'm asking people for stuff as well, but I think one thing that I'm getting better with is that I like now is coming up with my own solutions and being okay with them being wrong, just to learn to trust myself a little bit more. So hey, I think this, and this could be true if I do these things. And it may not be the most optimal, it may not be what everybody recommends, and it may not be what should be done. But if I do it for this time period, with this consistency, with this mentality, I'll be able to decide if it worked or not. If it was complete shit and like didn't work and nothing changed, I can at least say I had a theory, I tested it out, and I went through with it the entire time. And that's gonna build a lot of confidence in myself. So when someone else tells me something, I already know I can make that adjustment really quickly because I'm used to already making changes and used to going sticking through something the entire time. So all that being said, process gate in the van. As far as stuff for you, start with something small that you like. 2, add something small that you like want to work on but you may not be doing. 3, don't be afraid to have your theory and test it out and just rock with it until you get it done. And as always, take it one step at a time to get there, day by day.